Everybody, let's talk about designing a block for the hoop that will be done in your embroidery machine. Let's go. How do we design a quilt that is done in the hoop? Every block will be done in the hoop to compose a big quilt. The centerpiece of this quilt consists of applique, a embroidered bird, and free motion quilting. Then we look at the parts of the blocks on the side, the borders, and you will see that each one of them consists of applique, quilting, embroidery, and that makes up a beautiful border. Now we're going to look at this particular block and how we design it and stitch it out. All the applique pieces are cut in the Cricut after I've designed the applique parts in the artistic digitizer and then send it to my Cricut to cut out. There's a beautiful way of just easily transferring your design to applique pieces that the Cricut can cut out. Here we go. I'm doing a slow redraw of the placement of your this is the applique, so we put the placement line, put the piece of applique down and finish it with satin stitching. And we do the same with all the petals, right? I do different colors to stop the machine between piecing so that I can have control. And then we do a top stitch over each of the flowers. Then we do the leaves with their veins, and we do the centerpiece, and we do the embroidery in the center petal. After that, we complete it with echo printing, with echo quilting, and that is the applique one. Okay, so there you have it. We'll show you what it looks like. But now I want to show you reverse applique, and we're going to again do the slow redraw of a different one altogether. So this is the slow redraw. Let's just get it right. There we go. And here we do a placement line. We put 4 layers of fabric down, different colors, and we first do the leaves with its veins. Then we do the placement of the petals, and this is where we first cut out the center piece and stitch it down, stitch the edge down, because now it's a reverse applique. That when that is done, we cut out the side petals and reveal the second layer of fabric, and we finish it with another to secure that down. We do the edging, and then we do the center stitch. Now we cut out the centerpiece and reveal the 4th layer of fabric, and we stitch down the edging with satin stitching again, and this we do a beautiful design on the center part, and we end with the echo stitching, and I will show you how that looks. And this is how the reverse applique looks like in the end when it's completely stitched out. and you can use this block to repeat it in various ways, or you can make any kind of border you want. Let's look at some other examples. So here we have a simple block that we can use in any way that we design and that we feel good about. There are other ways of doing it. Play around with different blocks. Here I've designed another block that can be used in many different ways, and you can design quite complex ones with all kinds of different stitches and images inside. This is one that I started that I will still have to fill in and decide what I'm going to do in the center and in the corners. And you can use your fancy stitches in your design. Whatever your heart desires can be used. You can also change the shape of your block in different ways. Another way of using your hoop is also to design log cabin style. That is quite fancy. You can create your laying down of the different parts in the hoop, and as you stitch you add the other layers, like what I did in this one. I used it in one of my art quilts as a border, and I really liked it. I think this is one of the rough ones that I didn't use. And last but not least, you can also design your own logo in a block that you can fit, that you can stitch at the back of your quilts. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, and that you will try your hand on designing a block for your hoop and stitch it out in wonderful new ways. Thank you very much for listening.